Now, NATO's display of its military capabilities is in full swing in Europe. Tanks and other army vehicles, which are part of the so-called Dragoon military parade, have reached Prague. However, not everyone is happy to see tanks on their streets.
Army, go home! Army, go home!
Dozens of anti-war protesters met the military convoy as it rolled into the city. They have labeled it a provocation that could fuel tension internationally. The Dragoon Ride March is touring through 6 European countries, the final destination being a military base in Germany. In total, more than 100 military vehicles and over 500 personnel are involved. And to discuss the military parade further, I'm now joined by Richard Becker from the Anti-War Answer Coalition. Richard, thank you very much for being with us here on RT International. Now, some people protesting the NATO parade have labeled it a provocation. What do you think about this? Is this a correct assessment?
Yeah, I think it's clearly a provocation. And I had just recently seen a YouTube video showing that the A-10 Warthog planes were flying over one part of this convoy that's going through Eastern Europe. And clearly this is an aggressive step, another aggressive step by the United States and by NATO, but particularly by the United States. And it was the U.S. Army General Hodges, who's in charge of the U.S. Army in Europe, who came up with this plan. And, you know, it's not Russia that's been the aggressor in this situation. It's the United States and NATO trying to absorb Ukraine to move closer and closer right up to the critical border of Russia that's created the crisis that we're seeing.
Now, we've seen clear signs of anti-NATO sentiment from the people in these countries. But what about the governments themselves? I mean, is there a disconnect between the people and the governments that rule these countries?
Well, I think clearly that is the case, that the governments are very much tied to the United States, very much under the domination of the United States. You know, back when Germany was reunited, there were assurances that were given by the United States leaders at the time that they would not attempt to move NATO further eastward than Germany. After the reunification of Germany. But clearly, all the Baltic states, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, virtually all the countries of Eastern Europe have joined NATO, have been pulled into NATO, and are under really the tutelage and domination of the United States.
Let's focus on the Czech Republic itself, since the convoy has made its way into Prague. Now, we've seen both pro and anti-NATO sentiment in that country. Do you think that this issue could cause a rift or a political divide, a split between the people pro and anti-NATO?
Well, I think it's very hard to tell how wide the split is or who's on which side in terms of proportions, but there's clearly a split. There's clearly a division in the Czech Republic, perhaps more so than any of the other countries that the convoy is going through, between those who are opposing this new aggressive step by the U.S. and by NATO and those who are in support of it.
All right. Interesting to hear your thoughts on the subject. Richard Becker from the Anti-War Answer Coalition, thank you for being with us here on RT International.